Most of the fake news was outraged over President Donald Trump's moderate press conference with Vladimir Putin. When they saw how reasonable and respectful Trump was of the Russian president, the left lost their minds. CNN's reaction, though, beat all the rest when they suggested something that can only be considered treason. At this point, we can't consider CNN news of any kind. Even calling them fake news is an insult to the many fake news outlets of the world. At least most fake news sites pretend to be legit outlets. CNN, they're more like a parody. CNN doesn't provide even decent fake news anymore. Comedy sites like The Onion or Comedy Central have better reputations. What else can you say about a network that regularly edits videos to make Trump look bad? Or a network that fantasized about his assassination during the inauguration? CNN is a network that openly endorsed Hillary Clinton during the election. They continue to prop up deranged Democrats like Nancy Pelosi and Maxime Waters. Even as Trump wins big for America, CNN pushes lies that even a child could see through. Yesterday, the fake news was in overdrive after Trump's press conference with Russia. The scumbags in our media, still pushing the Russian collusion narrative, expected Trump to come out with fire and fury against the foreign power. They really think that they can control the POTUS with just a few fake news stories and angry tweets. Instead, the president showed respect and consideration towards Putin, signaling a desire to have peace with Russia. Wow, what a crime! Seeking peace with a fellow superpower. You can imagine how the left reacted to that. CNN was obviously the worst, still pushing the lie that Trump is Putin's puppet. They used the press conference as proof Trump is working for Russia. Again, they have no proof of this. CNN, like most of the left, push conspiracy theories that even a tinfoil hat-wearing lunatic wouldn't buy. But what one analyst said on live TV is beyond insane. What he suggested can only be considered treason. Following President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin's joint press conference on Monday, a CNN analyst called for a shadow government to stop the Trump administration. Mudd continued, the Secretary of Homeland Security came out with statements this week about continued Russian interference. This was not on Obama's watch. That's this week. FBI Director continues the investigation. Department of Justice continues support for the investigation. Congress continues saying that this investigation is legitimate. Then Mudd made the surprising call for a shadow government to stop Trump. Curious point in American government. Mudd said, when do we see almost a shadow government come out and say, we cannot side with the government, whether it's cabinet or the Senate? I think that's the big question. Source: Daily Wire. CNN analyst Philip Mudd pushes for a shadow government to oppose the Trump administration in the Senate. Ryan Saavedra, at Real Saavedra, July 16, 2018. We discussed Anderson Cooper's disgusting review of the press conference. It's clear that hacks at CNN have no professional discretion. They are so biased. They don't respect the office of the president, nor do they give him or his supporters the benefit of the doubt. They are simply marching along to the orders of the Democratic Party, no matter what the costs. No wonder their ratings are in the toilet. What Mudd suggested is simply insane. We know Trump did not work with Putin. The ongoing investigation has resulted in zero evidence that proves their conspiracy. Yet, despite any real credible facts, this expert demands that a shadow government take down the elected president of the United States. There you have it, folks. CNN is advocating for a complete destruction of our system of government. They want a fascist-type regime to overthrow our elected officials. They'd rather see 200 years of democracy destroyed because they don't like Trump. Not only does Mudd want Trump gone, he is advocating for this shadow government, most likely run by spies and Democrats, to overthrow the Senate. Is this man taking crazy pills? Or am I? I can't believe a news network like CNN would even allow a man to say such things. In the past, he would have been arrested for advocating such actions. He is clearly calling for secret agents to arrest and remove from power every major leader in our country, to be replaced by people we don't know and haven't elected. And they call Donald Trump the fascist? Yikes, let this sink in. The Democrats, by way of their goons on CNN, want a total breakdown of our government. They don't even want the Senate in control, probably because they already know they'll lose in November. Only the most hateful, unpatriotic people would call for such an overthrow. I guess that makes up most of the Democratic Party these days.